get started off with that nice cup of coffee. Now, just how to get the day started. And today, I kind of want to talk about generalization and specialization, specifically the team.
Go. Bottle of Patron.
I know. Pretty sure that that's done. Yep. Alrighty. Well, I left the office and I'm headed to the coffee shop as usual. I'm also very, very hungry. And I wish I had food, but I don't. But we're gonna have some coffee and yeah, see how that goes. And then we'll jump into the tea conversation. So one second. So we got to finish up the conversation we had with Dexter. Super good. It's always fun talking to people that are doing something similar like you. You don't get to do that often, especially business owners and stuff. So surrounding yourself with people who have like-minded goals is really important. But anyways, back to the topic. I kind of want to share some of the stuff that we talked about and maybe do a little thing where we sit there and we chat together and stuff like that. Because it's pretty cool seeing what he goes through and things that I go through. And yeah, I think it'll be really fun. So I got his permission. So next time, I'll definitely do that. Anyways, to elaborate a little more on the tea thing. So essentially, what that is you have an expertise in what you're really good at doing. So there's a straight line that goes down, right? But I need to cross that T. So now you get to do other things that will help enhance your abilities and your experiences and other things that you can relate. And they might even be irrelevant, but they might actually enhance your expertise. For example, my web design stuff, it helps my strategy work. My branding helps my strategy. Owning this coffee shop with my girlfriend really opened up, especially in my branding and web design strategy, because that put me at the forefront of everything. Photo, video stuff I do, those are most of the things that really help out. And I'll explain that here in a little bit, because we're about to start our Faith and Work class, where we help you find your purpose. So, 1 second while we do that. Okay, finished it up, but it was a madhouse because there was VBS going on with this, super loud, kids screaming, noises everywhere. It was crazy. But yeah, so I think we're gonna go grab some dinner real quick, a couple friends, and then head to the gym. And let's continue this conversation. Alright guys, whoa, voice is randomly gone, but alright guys, back home to finish up this tea conversation here. Sounds like I'm talking about tea, like drinking tea. Anyways, took a little break to work out real quick. Didn't want to skip my workout. I didn't get to do legs yesterday. Couldn't look at myself in the mirror, so I crammed out legs, then did a little bit of upper body. But yeah, so to continue with the tea conversation, I talked about how it kind of adds another level, another dimension to your level of expertise, right? So one thing I did talk about was I think whenever I was giving my examples, I was kind of mentioning some of the things that are kind of along the same line, but I also want to talk about things that really make you diversify yourself. So, I mean, honestly, a lot of other topics and subjects can really help you gain new insights on your expertise. It's pretty weird how that works out. But if you take a good example is Leonardo da Vinci, so the Renaissance man. He was really interested in mechanics, anatomy, art, literature. All those things added up to make him a person that was ahead of his time. I want to give you some ways to be able to, I guess, cross that T at the top. So one way is to not lose your curiosity. So don't be so focused on your one thing. Maybe go out, talk to another person in a different profession, ask them questions, a buddy of yours. Not everyone's always going to be doing the same thing you do. Just get different insights on things like that. Just remember to be curious. Another good thing to do is to read broadly. So get different books in areas that you aren't familiar with. For example, finance. I got one in finance. One, because I know it's an area I'm personally lacking in that I want to grow in. But also I know like very little about finance, so I want to learn more about it. So another added thing I can add to the list that I know. But I bought different books and just different scenarios, or on just different topics in general to run through. I think I have a book on interior design, a book on architecture. I have another book about strategy and some business stuff. Yeah, so just read things that are just completely outside of your scope. I know mine aren't like the best examples, but I still have this range of knowledge in these things that really help me in building my expertise in brand strategy. Another thing too is just to actively dabble in things. So really it's just prioritizing becoming a lifelong learner, right? So really actively and doing things that are outside of your skill set. Like for me, for example, I practice on other things like with color grading and things that I'm not an expert at or anything like that, but I like knowing about, or I'm finding particularly enjoying, or interior design, something I've never really touched. And I don't think I plan on becoming an interior designer at all, but I like understanding it and it interests me and it's fun. Or another example is, I guess, how I got really hard into coffee, right? And I don't think I am a coffee expert by any means. I know there's people that are out there that are way more scientific and smarter than I am at coffee, but I have enough to really showcase and bring a different level of my passion to coffee than I did before. And it ended up being something I enjoyed, and I was able to use it as a platform to do something else and create an impact in a different way. Wouldn't have known if I never really tried to get into coffee that hard. And lastly, another thing is to increase empathy. Now, Tim Brown puts this as the ability to view problems from a different perspective, to put yourself into someone else's shoes. And that's exactly what you want to do, to be able to have a different an outlook on something, and to get different results out of it rather than your point of view. So to be in someone else's shoes, put yourself in someone else's shoes. That's another good way too to gain a different vantage point on something and bring another experience to yourself to add to your tea that you're creating. Another little thing too to help your empathy is also to read more fiction books, and that's something I know I struggle in. I've never really been too interested on fiction stuff, maybe some sci-fi. Comics don't really count. I know they're fiction, but yeah. So read more fiction. Probably something I could take away for myself on this one too. Anyways, guys, applying some of these things will really help you out in your career and in life. It'll help you feel more fulfilled. It'll help you build an even deeper expertise in what you already enjoy, or maybe you find your purpose in. And there's a whole bunch of things I kind of want to talk about when it comes to that generalization versus specialization. And so this T shape is part of that, and something I believe really strongly in, and I try to be pretty active in. And I think it's going to bring you a lot of value in your career going forward, and bring you a lot of value in enjoying your life. So give it a try. Give some of those things a try. Let me know what works best for you. If there's other methods for that too, please leave them down below. Or if you maybe want me to explain a little bit more on a certain thing too, feel free to go ahead and ask me, and I'll dig into that. But alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed that. You can take away some things. Anyways, remain curious, go ahead and experiment with some things. Hopefully you have fun while you're doing it and learn a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more work before I go to bed, so I got some things to do. Good night. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far, like, subscribe, and maybe turn the notification bell on, because I'm trying to get this thing to be weekly here. I'm trying to get more consistent basis. Peace.